Points. So next point is intent. You really should ask yourself, do you need to communicate? Why do you need to communicate? What is your goal for this communication? And are you willing to do the back and forth necessary? So, and also the previewing message trick, I only offer that, kind of offer that with caution, because what the preview message is, if you're really ticked at someone, like you write an email, but you don't send it, all that kind of stuff. So one time I actually did that, and then I accidentally sent it. So it's pretty bad. Anyway, so just be careful with that one. So then, of course, let's see, is anyone on? Oh, okay, LinkedIn user, cool, thank you. And LinkedIn user, identify yourself, say, hey, I'm so-and-so. So I thought Restream had a count on here, but apparently it's not showing, but great. So thank you, LinkedIn user. So this is the message. So there's always two people in any message, and it could be a group of people, or it could be single one-to-one. So the receiver hears a message, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? What, you may ask? It might not be the meaning, context, tone, or with the intent that you thought you were sending. Uh-oh. So they hear a message, and it might not be the one that you thought it was. And that's kind of bad, right? Yep. So let's talk about the feedback loop. So I call it the communication dance. The reason the sender is yellow is because that does not turn green. And by the way, so the what I heard can turn green, and the what I meant can turn green. And what I mean by green is that the message intended is the message received. And then you get feedback from the receiver saying, here's the message I heard. And the sender goes, exactly, that's what I intended for you to hear. So that's pretty cool. So when that happens, then what I heard turns green, and what I meant turns green. So it's the feedback loop. And you just got to hang in there. So as adults in communication, we really need to stick into the communication dance, especially if it's important. You got to stick with it until the message sent and intended is the message received. The only time that it differs is sometimes in the course of the communication dance. You might change, as a sender, you might go, wow, you know what? This is the message I intended to say with this meaning, send, with this in tone and this context and this meaning, and this was my intent. But now that I heard what you're saying that you heard from me, let's kind of change it up. And then you come somewhere in the middle where the communication changes. To me, that happens more often at work than personal, because usually when it's personal, you really do have an intent you want received. So that is that. All right. So actually, I'm going to hang out here. Does anybody have any questions before I go to the what I told you, even though what I told you is still up? Here, let me take that down. Anybody have any questions, any answers, anything they want to put in? Think Michael's still on. Then I wish I knew what the LinkedIn user. I'm guessing the LinkedIn user is Denrich. Laura, are you still on? Sims, are you still on? We're gonna be done soon in June. Are you still on? Just kind of doing a poll, see if you guys are on. Oh, I guess there's a delay in the messages too. So I'll just keep going on. But if you have any questions, just send them there. So kind of doing the sandwich. So what I told you is the role words play in finding and expressing your voice. So just kind of choose your words, but you also, along with your words, make sure you have the 4 elements of the message locked down. What is the meaning you intend? What is the context of the message? What tone do you want to take? And what's your intent? And the intent kind of goes first for the sender, do you really need to send the message or whatever? And then the communication dance, just hang into the dance until the music's over. And the music over in this case is basically the message you intended to send is the message you received, with the only exception being that in the course of the dance, the sender changed their mind or the message kind of morphed and evolved. That's actually a beautiful thing when that happens in that communication dance. But quite often, we do have something that we want to send in a certain way, and then it's not until you have the feedback that you know is actually sent. And when you leave before the communication dance is over, not only if you have bad intent or tone, do bad things happen, but also if you leave before the communication dance, then sometimes communication just falls apart. So that is the show. And I'm going to give a preview for next one. So the next one will be episode 3. I'm scheduling it, and I'll figure out all these problems. I really wanted to use my new computer and my fancy microphone and my fancy camera, and wasn't able to do it. So next episode will be 12/18/2020, and the theme will be questions to discover and validate your passion. I will use myself and analysis how I found my passion. And then going forward, I'll be looking for people who already have found their passion and are living their passion, like a lot of people that are on here, and I'll interview them. So I'd like to do an interview show with Jeff, probably one with June. Michael really scored a good job. Denrich would be good. I mean, everybody, Sims would be good. I mean, almost anybody in Growth Academy would be good. But then I have a network outside as well. So like Michelle Hilwa, I can never say her name. It's HLYWA. I'm going to a class of hers next Tuesday, but she'd be a really great interview. She's just got a lot of passion, deep thinker. So I just wanted to sincerely thank everyone who showed up. And I will see you next time. So thank you very much, everybody that showed up. Michael, Jeff, LinkedIn user who never identified herself, but I think it's Denrich. Laura, a shout out to Laura, a shout out to Jeanette, or June, I call her. She likes to be called that, but it says Jeanette. Anyway, also, who else? Sims. Did I miss anybody? So thank you very, very much. And I'll be doing segments like I did my best bits for episode 1. I'll do best bits for this too. So thank you, everyone. See you next time. Have a great day. And I'll see you on LinkedIn. Can you hear me?